All Belarusian troops did not fight for Russia. Belarusian soldiers dealt a fatal blow to Putin and Lukashenko for a major defeat in Ukraine-Russia and Ukraine war. Autocratic BELARUS Aleksandr Lukashenko is facing the prospect of a major military uprising as his officer corps grows increasingly concerned about Mink's affiliation with Putin's Russia and support for the war in Ukraine. Last Sunday, the President of Belarus reaffirmed his support for Putin's war effort in Ukraine. However, his remarks seem to have gone terribly wrong with the officer class in his army. In a startling open letter to the President of Belarus, senior officers from the 5th Brigade of the Special Forces have warned their leadership not to send Belarusian soldiers to fight in Ukraine, claiming that such action would be purely suicidal. In addition, they accused the Russian president of destroying our sovereignty. In a harsh rebuke to Putin, the officers later reiterated their support for Ukraine, saying the two countries have always had friendly relations and denouncing the Kremlin's war as completely gratuitous. The soldiers wrote, "At the present time, officers from the 5th Brigade of the Special Forces have noticed the most serious violation of Article 1 of the Constitution of Belarus by the highest political leadership of Russia. All of us will not fight for the Russian army, we will not assist Putin to slaughter innocent Ukrainians." According to this article, the Republic of Belarus maintains sovereignty and total authority over its territory. It also enjoys its own domestic and foreign political independence. They continued, "Russia's occupation of the territory of Ukraine is internationally recognized, a friend of our state, and attempts to drag Belarus into a completely gratuitous war against a sovereign state can only consider the destruction of the sovereignty of Belarus. By joining the war against Ukraine, Belarus will be expelled from the community of civilized nations and will be an international outcast for many years to come. Joining Russia in the war against Ukraine would be an act of pure suicide." Hundreds of thousands of protesters took to the streets to protest the election results that saw Lukashenko re-elected to a 6th term. Belarusians bitterly hate Lukashenko for dragging Belarus into a war with Ukraine. The protesters claimed that the election was rigged and demanded that Lukashenko step down from the leadership position. Putin is facing a shock when all the Belarusian soldiers are turning against him and Lukashenko at the same time. The Russian war would have been lost without the support of Belarus.